Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about how to access the forms function for your student organization page through Spin. So as always, you're going to go to spin.uwsp.edu, log in, and then go to your organization's page. From there, it should look something like this. And once again, we're using the Botany Club as our example. So when you're on this page, you're going to go to the upper right-hand corner to manage organization. Wait for it to load. And then from there, you're going to go over to the upper left-hand corner, click on the three lines, and then go down to forms. Within forms, as you can see, they currently do not have any new forms. They don't have any forms at all to look at. So what you're going to do, you're going to come over to the right-hand corner, click on the three dots, and click Create Form. So forms are a great way to get feedback. So maybe you're trying to find out what your organization needs to improve on, trying to get the thoughts of your members, trying to figure out what kind of program you want to do. Whatever it may be, it's a perfect opportunity where you can find out information from those that are part of your organization. So maybe we're going to enable this one's 2021 programming ideas. You're going to want to make sure that you set the status as active for when you want to start. So maybe you want to start on March 29th. And then end at the end of the week on April 2nd. Whatever it may be, you can pick the time, whatever process. You then can also decide if you want the enabled approval process. That means any sort of person within the officer position, they may have to decide if they approve the forms, maybe to go through ideas, or if no review is required, that works as well, where it'll just automatically take it in and they can review those results without having to go in and physically approve it. These are all multiple different instances of things you can do. I do not recommend these for most of the student organizations, since you won't use the forms in the same capacity that someone like in my position would. The only thing that I would point out is the multiple submissions. So maybe you want them to be able to submit multiple ones of these forms. Maybe they come up with another new programming idea. Then maybe you want to click on the allow multiple submissions so they can send in as many ideas as they want. And then down here, you can restrict the form to the following positions. So it's always going to be available to these positions over to the left-hand side, but you can also restrict it by clicking on different buttons over here. Then once you have this all set up, which you can go through and change later if you so choose, you go to Save and Add Questions. And from this, it looks a lot like the elections page if you watch the election video at all. So the first things first, you want to make sure that you include some sort of instructions, so then you can talk about, hey, we are gathering ideas about some spring program that we want to do to gather some new members to be part of our organization. We would love your feedback. Please enter it in the space below. And then you can give them the opportunity to have a text field where you click on this, you type in the text, the question, what kind of programming would you like to see? Question mark. Fix spelling mistakes, because if you're like me, you misspell things quite often. You go, okay, and then it pops up on the screen where then, as they're filling out the form, they can type in. Additionally, if you go to the little pencil and paper in the upper left-hand corner, you can edit your question if you want to later on, and you can also check to if you want it to be a required question, so they have to answer this question before they submit the form, or if you'd rather not be a required question, where they can only answer it if they feel like it. Additionally, there are other options as well. So you get the checkbox list that allow you to click multiple different answers. You got the radio button list that only allows you to pick one answer. Drop-down list where you can answer a lot or just one. It really all depends. A checkbox agreement. So pretty much this might be an agreement of, I submitted this form, I agree to help with the programming of my programs, whatever it may be. Or maybe you're creating this form because you've already had programming ideas and you want to know students' input on them. So then you can go to the ranking where you can type in all the different ideas, where it'll be one per line. So what spring programming do you want to see? And then maybe one of them is bonfire. And as it says, place one item per line. So make sure you go bonfire, water park, trash cleanup. Whatever it may be, you click OK, and then you can do the ranking system of, I really don't want to go have a bonfire. I really want to go to a water park and clean up trash. Does sound like a good time to sounds like a good way to volunteer my time and help in my community. whatever you want to get out of this form is how you can set up your questions. And as always, if you have any questions about how to set up your form, how you want it to look, whatever it may be, please feel free to reach out to the case office and we're more than willing to help you. Additionally, you're going to, when you want to send this out to your organization members, you're going to go up to form properties. It'll also be shown back on the main page. And then you're going to go to share form. And then this will be the URL that you want to copy. This URL that's in this box. You do not want to copy from up here. When you copy from up here, if they're not an officer that has the same view screen as you, they're going to come up with a dead link that says you are not eligible to view the screen or you don't have the permissions to view the screen. That's why you want to make sure that you copy this URL so then they have the permission to go into the form so they can then go in and share their ideas with you. So thank you for watching this video on forms. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the case office because we are always more than happy to help you out. Thank you and have a great day.